Hello guys, morning everyone. So today we shall talk about the other compounds of sodium, that is very important one, that is sodium hydroxide, and there is also one more thing, that is sodium chloride. Properties of sodium chloride is relatively important. So let's begin with that, and I hope that you are watching the videos that is given to you, and you must have a notes, okay, that notes that you make short notes. And those who are really aspirants about NEET and JEE, I want you to go through this NCERT books. Okay, for the inorganic chemistry, NCERT plays a very key role. Clear? So I wish that you simultaneously go through the NCERT. See the notes that I am giving, the parts that I am explaining, it is covering almost all 3 books. Okay, so separately you need not go for any other reference book. But what I am saying is, precisely for NCERT, if you cover inorganic chemistry, mostly they could be asked, there is a most chance of asking from NCERT. For NEET it is more like 99.9% it is from NCERT only. Okay, so I want this NCERT to be covered a lot. For JEE students you can say like 80 to 85%. There is always some 15% where the questions could be from the reference book, and we are covering it already, those points also, but still you never know. For JEE but there is always some 5% or 10% that questions could be from factual based. Okay, so facts. So if you look out that 5 or 7% remaining things, you can be confident about this what I am teaching on. Okay, so point to be remembered, everyone, follow that NCERT, cover that NCERT. I am assuring you, if you cover the NCERT 3 times, 3 readings it must happen. Once the offline classes start, I'll give you a clear picture. If you cover 3 times regarding inorganic chemistry, you have cleared the exam. You can take it for granted. Alright, fine. Now let's talk to this other properties that we have. NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay, very common. Without sodium chloride, like it's very difficult to sustain. Like life sustainability is very less, because NaCl is very much necessary. Fine. And how is this prepared? Sodium chloride. So it is prepared by drying seawater in pits and tanks. So very simple. Normally the sodium chloride ki major source enti ante, most source is from the seawater. Okay, so you just collect the seawater. How do you collect this? When you go to the near to the seashores and all, కొంచెం డీప్ లో ఏం చేస్తారా అంటే దే జస్ట్ డిగ్ సమ్ పిట్స్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో పిట్స్ లాగా తవ్వేసేసి వదిలేస్తారు. ఫైన్. అండ్ దోస్ దట్ సీ వాటర్ జస్ట్ ఫాల్ ఈస్ కలెక్టెడ్ ఇన్ టు దిస్ పిట్స్ అండ్ అలౌడ్ ఇట్ టు బీ లైక్ దట్. కొన్ని డేస్ వరకు కొన్ని మంత్స్ వరకు అందులో ట్యాంక్స్ కానీ ఆ పిట్స్లో కానీ వాటర్ అలౌ చేసేసి అలాగే ఉంచుతాం. సో వెన్ యూ డ్రై దట్, డ్రైయింగ్ సీ వాటర్ in pits and tanks will produce this NaCl. And in cold countries, what you observe in cold countries is the sea water is freezed. It is concentrated and freezed anamata. So same tanks and pits lone kabute ante a sea water ni freeze chesestam, concentrate chesesi we concentrate the water and then freeze, then concentrate water is dried in the tanks. Normally the sea water that we contain, it is not just NaCl, it has many other impurities. Major impurities are like magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, and magnesium sulfate, calcium sulfate. Many other impurities are there. So as we take the water, sea water, we are also taking these fellows. So we have to remove these fellows. Okay. So how can we remove this? Depending upon the process called as electrolysis. On electrolysis of used NaCl, we can remove those impurities. Okay. Electrolysis and remember this always. Very simple. We have a container mixed with the electrolyte. Okay, container untadi. Okay, and in that we have the electrolyte, or tank, could be anything depending upon what we are extracting. The tank properties kuda maartayi anamata. And electrolyte, the solvent that is used inside, from which we produce the mixture that is used inside the tank, from which we produce the desired product. That is called as an electrolyte. ఈ electrolyte ni 2 rods ni dip chestam annamata. We have 2 rods dipped inside. They are called as electrodes or electrodes. Okay, and these are connected to a battery. One is with the positive terminal and other with the negative terminal. So positive terminal acts as an anode. Anode is positive terminal. Negative is cathode. Okay. Anode is what? Positive terminal. Suppose positive, bigger line represents the positive fellow, shorter line, small fellow, negative fellow. Okay, and the positive one is called as anode. Some students might have confused, they might be confused about which is anode and which is cathode. I'll say very simple. Addition symbol enti plus, right? Addition symbol is plus, and the word addition is starting from what letter? A. So remember it like this: anode, addition, plus. So anode is what charge? Positively charged. Okay, good like that. Fine. Now, so this is my anode and this is my cathode. At anode, what happens? Positive. Idantha ee rod which is positively charged anode. Idantha positively charged rod. So em ions din ke liye attract होता है. Negative ions will be attracted towards this. Negative ions will be attracted towards this. And this is what rod? Negative rod, already negative. This is already negative rod. So what ions will be attracted? Positive ions will be attracted. Okay. So negative ions, they are called as anions. Positive ions, they are called as cations. So on a whole, what we find is electrolyte batti ionization breaking down. For example, right now NaCl solution is just another solution. అంటే aqueous form లో ఉన్న NaCl. It is not pure form, impurities ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. So what happens is this NaCl, which is in the aqueous form, they break down into Na plus plus Cl minus, and this Na plus and Cl minus is again on de-electrolysis it forms NaCl back. So that's how we can prepare NaCl. It's a very simple process of electrolysis. Then coming to this, so NaCl forward direction అయితే Na plus Cl minus ki ionization అవుతది, and on cooling it down or on de-electrolyzing they combine back and form NaCl. For the better ionization we use HCl, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid use చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అంటే there is something called as common ion effect. Remember this. Okay, in the objective set is important. We add HCl during the electrolysis of NaCl, and HCl plays a key role in the form of what అన్నప్పుడు assertion and reason లో ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. Due to the addition of HCl, common ion effect another. Okay, remember this term, that is common ion effect. In or that is physical chemistry, you will learn deeply about that common ion effect. As the name itself is telling, common ion. ఇప్పుడు NaCl లో HCl లో ఒక ion common ఉంది, ClCl, right? So because of the common ion effect, the forward direction is happening a lot. So that's why you will find more and more amounts of NaCl can be extracted from that. Okay. So in case if you have not understood what is common ion effect, doesn't matter, because in physical chemistry we will have a detailed study about that. So due to common ion effect, so just remember the reason HCl is added due to the common ion effect. More and more ionization can take place. Alright. So then talking about the properties. So what are the properties of NaCl? So salt, what is the color of it? Very much colorful, right? We have brown, blue, black, no. What is that? Colorless. In fact, we can say white crystalline. Okay, it is what in color? White crystalline. Salt is a color. Then, is it soluble in water? Yes, pretty much it is soluble in water. NaCl is very much soluble in water. Correct? Then, it is hygroscopic in nature. Now, what is this hygroscopic? Hygroscopic means ability to absorb moisture. Ability to absorb moisture. We know like the salt that is bigger in size, the name ante kalluppu antam. Okay, so your mom, dad, they might be knowing. I do not know what they call it in Telugu strictly. I remember it as called kalluppu. Tellaga lavaga untadu anamata, lavuppu untadu. So if you take that salt and put it in a small like bottle or some cap or something, and allow it to be there at one corner of your room or something. After a week you observe it, what happens is the salt that you have put it there will be slowly converting into moisturous salt. అంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్న అట్మాస్ఫియర్లో ఉన్న వాటర్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ అంటే దాన్ని అది ఆటోమేటిక్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకొని జస్ట్ ట్రై ఇట్ అవుట్. ఇంట్లో ఖాళీగా ఉన్నారు కదా లాక్డౌన్లో, సో కళ్ళు తీసుకోండి, ఒక చిన్న మూత తీసుకోండి, మూతలో కళ్ళు పెట్టేసి ఒక వారం రోజులు అట్లా వదిలేయండి, ఒక వారం తర్వాత చెక్ చేయండి. ఓకే, what is happening? See, when I tell you to do small things, you do it. It will develop some kind of interest. Okay, so what happens is this it absorbs moisture. So NaCl has the ability of absorbing moisture. So that phenomena is called as what? Hygroscopic in nature. It is hygroscopic in nature. There is also another word, diliquescent. Diliquescent meaning same thing. It absorbs moisture and it dissolves in the moisture. Okay, diliquescent is also one property which is absorbing moisture. Hygroscopic ki diliquescent ki similarity enti ante ee rendu they absorb the water molecules around it, absorb the moisture around it. Hygroscopic and diliquescent substances ante difference enti ante hygroscopic just absorbs ante, diliquescent absorbs and dissolves in that water molecules that is absorbed. Okay, so that will dissolve in it. So I am not talking about diliquescent, I am talking about hygroscopic. It is just absorbing. This will just absorb water molecules. Fine. So hygroscopic means ability to absorb moisture. The density, it is 2.17 grams per cc, which is almost twice that of water. Melting point is 800 degrees Celsius. Then it is used in very much many times. That is food preservative and like like in the seafoods or the fish or the prawns or whatever, they have to be transported from one place to another, right? So for example, we in Rayalaseema, we don't have any sources of sea water or something like this. So seafood అనేది మనకి దొరకదు. So what do? They have to be transported. We have to import. So while importing this seafood, they get rotten up easily. సో అది రాటన్ అవ్వకుండా ఉండడానికి ఏం చేస్తామంటే కొద్దిగా పెద్ద పెద్ద క్యూబ్స్లోకి ఫుడ్ని పెట్టేసేసి సాల్ట్ యాడ్ చేసేస్తాం అనమాట. సాల్ట్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే మాయిశ్చర్ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడమే కాకుండా ఇట్ ఆల్సో అబ్జర్బ్స్ ద వాటి డిస్ఇన్ఫెక్టెంట్ని కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. ఓకే, ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఈవెన్ నా లైక్ డ్యూ టు కోవిడ్ ఇష్యూస్ అండ్ ఆల్, ఐ డోంట్ నో సమ్ డాక్టర్ ఆర్ సంబడి సజెస్టెడ్ లైక్ ఈ ఇందాక చెప్పిన కల్లుప్పు అనేది మనము అట్లా పెట్టడం వల్ల ఒక రూమ్లో కానీ లేదా బాత్రూమ్స్లో కానీ ఏమైనా ఇన్ఫెక్షన్స్ అలా ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయి కానీ వైరస్ కానీ అంటే అబ్జార్బ్స్ ఇట్ అండ్ డిస్ఇన్ఫెక్టెంట్గా యూస్ చేస్తుందని చెప్పారంట. మై డాడ్ స్టిల్ ఫాలోస్ దట్. ఓకే, ఎనీవేస్, సో దట్స్ క్రేజీ థింగ్, నాట్ క్రేజీ, కుడ్ బి. నౌ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్, సో డెన్సిటీ is 2.17 grams per cc and melting point is 800 degrees Celsius. Food preservative in food, and the preparation of this is most important. NaCl is used in the preparation of sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate and many other compounds, sodium bicarbonate and all. So these are the uses. Okay, so nothing much about NaCl. NaCl యొక్క nature, solvent process is చాలా important. We'll see that. Next, talking about the caustic soda. Alright, so here we have the various things that are related with alright. So caustic soda, NaOH. Just give me a second whether it is visible clearly or not. Okay, so I think it is not visible clearly. No problem, I'll zoom it. So basically, outward view is caustic soda, meaning NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So do remember the names. NaOH is called as what? Caustic soda. Sodium bicarbonate is called as what? Baking soda. Sodium carbonate with 10 water molecules is called as washing soda, which we'll see that. Okay. Slaked lime, quicklime, calcium hydroxide, limestone. ఈ పేర్లన్నీ కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలన్నమాట. Formulas and names very frequently use చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. Now, so caustic soda preparation. So it has got with different kinds of preparations depending upon starting material. Okay, for example, common sense, NaOH prepare చేయాలి. NaOH ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి అంటే సోడియం కంటెంట్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఉండాలి. సో రా మెటీరియల్లో సోడియం కార్బోనేట్ ఉండాలి లేదా సోడియం క్లోరైడ్ ఉండాలి. మనకి మేజర్ సోర్సెస్ అంటే ఈ రెండే అనమాట, సోడియం కార్బోనేట్ అండ్ సోడియం క్లోరైడ్. ఈ రెండింటిలో సోడియం క్లోరైడ్ స్టిల్ మోర్ అవైలబుల్. ఓకే, నెవర్తెలెస్ సోడియం కార్బోనేట్ కనుక ఉంటే అవైలబుల్గా ఉంటే దాని నుంచి NaOH ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలి, ఒకవేళ సోడియం క్లోరైడ్ ఉంటే దాని నుంచి NaOH ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలి. సో వీ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ ప్రాసెసెస్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ విల్ టాక్ అబౌట్ సోడియం కార్బోనేట్, దెన్ విల్ మూవ్ టు ద NaCl. ఒకవేళ NaCl ఉంటే, సోర్స్ NaCl ఉంటే దాని నుంచి NaOH ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం. సో ఫస్ట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ Na2, that is sodium carbonate. So we have the alright, so here it is. So we have the following things. So sodium carbonate, then so one is the sodium carbonate if we have the causticization. Causticization meaning if we have the sodium carbonate and reacting with calcium hydroxide. This is also called as Gauss-Age process. This is called as what? Gauss-Age process. Gauss-Age process or Gauss-Age method, named after the scientist Gauss-Age. So causticization and Lewis process, two process. As I said, sodium carbonate తో ఫస్ట్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలంటే రెండు ప్రాసెస్ ఉన్నాయి అన్నమాట. దీని ద్వారా రెండు ప్రాసెస్ ఉన్నాయి, దీంట్లో కూడా we have two process. Okay, so first talking about sodium carbonate. In the sodium carbonate, two process. One is the Gauss-Age process, also called as causticization process. Second one is Lewis process. Lewis process. Okay, so names also do remember this. Causticization, Gauss, కొద్దిగా సౌండింగ్ సేమ్ ఉంది కదా, Gauss, causticization, Gauss-Age process. In the causticization what we use, that is also important. Calcium. Causticization లో calcium hydroxide. Lewis లో మాత్రం ferric oxide, that is Fe2O. Okay, Lewis ferric oxide. Causticization లో calcium hydroxide, Ca, Co, Ga all sound same. Calcium, Gauss-Age, calcium hydroxide, right? So మనకి మెయిన్గా గుర్తుండాల్సిందంటే సోడియం కార్బోనేట్లో Gauss-Age ప్రాసెస్లో కాల్షియం హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ ఏమి రియాక్టెంట్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం అది గుర్తుండాలి. సో కాల్షియం హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ on heating will form, that is Na2CO3, will form very simple double displacement reaction. Again, don't try to by heart the reaction, first assess. Okay, what do you assess? Suppose I don't see this, I have sodium carbonate and calcium hydroxide, double displacement antana. So sodium will go with the OH and calcium will go with the carbonate. So calcium carbonate form avali, NaOH form avali. So calcium carbonate plus NaOH. Okay, just double displacement. So Na will be going with OH, calcium will be going with this. Fine. So that's what it is. Fine. Then this NaOH that we obtain, it is not a pure form, and calcium carbonate is removed in the form of mud. It will precipitate అయిపోతుంది అన్నమాట. In the reactor itself, it will fall down as mud. మనకు ఒక రియాక్టర్ కింద ఒక ట్యాప్ కనెక్ట్ చేసి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అవుట్లెట్ ట్యాప్ అన్నమాట. ఆ ట్యాప్ ఆన్ చేయగానే మడ్ అంతా బయటకు వచ్చేస్తుంది అన్నమాట. సో దట్ ఈస్ calcium carbonate all comes out as mud. So NaOH, the NaOH that is obtained, it is in aqueous form, which is dried and evaporated will form NaOH. This is called as flakes of caustic soda. Okay, flakes of caustic soda, and the drying water will be avoided. So on a whole, this is how we can say that sodium carbonate we use చేసుకొని NaOH to prepare it. But here we have the difficulty, that is it contains still the impurities of sodium carbonate and calcium hydroxide that we have used, and calcium carbonate also. So in this case we have still the impurities present in this flakes of NaOH. So relatively process అయితే జరుగుతుంది కానీ నేర్చుకున్నాం కానీ not so much beneficial. Then moving on to the next one, that is the Lewis process. So in the Lewis process, what we do in the Lewis process? Number one, raw material ఏమై ఉండాలి, undoubtedly sodium carbonate లో రెండు caustic soda, that is causticization, and Lewis process. And in the Lewis process we have what? Ferric oxide. Causticization lo calcium hydroxide. So ferric oxide, Fe2. So difference I have represented in black, COH twice Fe2. ఇదంతా రెడ్ లో రాశాను, ఇదంతా వైలెట్ లో రాశాను, సో దట్ మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్స్ అయితే ఈ డిఫరెన్స్ కనుక్కుంటే మీరు రియాక్షన్స్ రాసేయచ్చు. అగైన్ సేమ్ what should have happened, double displacement again, but here Na2CO3 will go with the FeO2 and forms sodium ferrite, NaFeO2, sodium ferrite. Do remember the name, sodium ferrite, okay, plus carbon dioxide is released. Then afterwards this sodium ferrite, we just collect it, cool it, and we heat this red hot. The red hot heating వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అంటే the compounds that we have got is in very high temperature. So అది కలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని సోడియం ఫెరైట్ కలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని కూల్ చేసి we fuse it with water. When we fuse it with water, automatically very normal reaction. What happens again here? Double displacement kind. Na will go with OH and FeO2 will go with H. So that is oxygen. Will go and form Fe2O3, which is insoluble. వాటర్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తాము అంటే ఈ NaOH that is formed will be dissolved also inside the water. నేను చెప్పాను కదా, నాట్ ఓన్లీ కెమికలీ రియాక్ట్స్ బట్ ఆల్సో డిజాల్వ్స్ ఇన్ ఇట్. రియాక్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత that is product formed will dissolve in the solvent. NaOH is such thing. Okay, so now Fe2O3, which is insoluble in water, so it's a very easy technique because we don't have any difficulty here. Insoluble, and moreover the advantage is this Fe2O3 can be reused again in the first step. Okay, so this is the advantage, that wastage another ekku ledhu. So in this way we can get our NaOH, and as usual the above solution can be filtered and evaporated to get our NaOH. So this is two process with respect to sodium carbonate. Okay, now the other one, that is if the raw material, source material is NaCl, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride అయితే we have two different processes again. Now here, that is in both the cases we perform electrolysis. Common thing ఏంటి అంటే electrolysis. కానీ electrolysis లో ఒక ఛాలెంజ్ ఉందన్నమాట. ఏంటి ఆ ఛాలెంజ్ అంటే, నార్మల్గా if I take electrolyte positive and negative, and let's say like NaCl like a solution. NaCl mixed aqueous form అంటారు. NaCl aqueous అంటే brine solution కూడా అంటాం అన్నమాట, వాటర్లో డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది. సో NaCl aqueous అంటే సోడియం క్లోరైడ్ ఇస్ డిజాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ ద వాటర్. ఆ డిజాల్వ్డ్ సొల్యూషన్ని మనము ఎలక్ట్రోలైట్గా వాడుతున్నాం అన్నమాట. సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి అంటే, ఒకవేళ నేను ఎలక్ట్రోలైసిస్ పర్ఫామ్ చేశాను అనుకోండి, if I perform electrolysis for this one, what happens is there are two things. NaCl can break down as Na plus Cl minus, and I also have aqueous అంటే water ఉన్నాయి. So water also can be broken down as H plus and Cl minus. So here on a whole, during the electrolysis I have got two cations and two anions. Okay, not HCl. Anions is Cl minus and OH minus. So from NaCl I got Na plus and Cl minus, from H2 I got H plus and OH minus. So now these cations, as said already, cations will be moving towards what rod? Positively charged negative rod. So this one negative, this one positive. So this will be moving towards the cathode, and these ions will be moving towards the anode. Okay. Now what is the challenge I am talking about? The challenge is this. ఇప్పుడు ఈ రెండు కూడా డిసోసియేట్ అవుతున్నాయి. మనకి NaOH కావాలి. We wanted NaOH. Yes or no? So NaOH ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలి అంటే ఈ సోడియం అనేది ఈ హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ తోటి రియాక్ట్ అవ్వాలి. Yes or no? So this sodium and this hydroxide, they have to react with each other and form NaOH. So దీంట్లో we have, as in the challenge, that is NaCl and water breaking down easily. So I should not allow this OH minus ions to go with hydrogen again. Okay. So here is this. Why we use some amount of HCl in the common effect of చెప్పాను. కొద్దిగా amount of HCl యూస్ చేయడం కానీ లేదా H2O ని ఇంకా ఎక్కువ యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటంటే ద డిసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ డిశ్చార్జ్ ఆఫ్ H plus ions is less than discharge of Na plus ions. Okay, so very important point. Discharge of H plus ions is less than discharge potential in the actually discharge potential of H plus is less than discharge potential of Na plus. So meaning H plus will be readily discharged. Discharge అంటే ఏంటి? దానివల్ల చార్జ్ పోగొట్టుకోవాలన్నమాట. So to get rid of this charge, it will quickly accept the electrons. Okay, so one more time. ఈ రెండిట్లో దేనికి డిశ్చార్జ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది? లైక్ Na plus కి ఎక్కువ ఉంది, రైట్? అండ్ డిశ్చార్జ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఆఫ్ H plus is relatively less than. Okay, so this H plus will be grabbing the electrons and will be converting into hydrogen gas. Okay, are you understanding? Think about this once. Got it? I hope so. So discharge potential of H plus ion is less than discharge potential of Na plus. And this H plus ions will be grabbing the electrons more readily than this Na plus. Are you understanding? Such that this will be liberated in the form of hydrogen gas, and this Na plus will be remaining as it is, as compared to this H plus. Similarly, we can also relate with the discharge potential of, if we compare with Cl minus and OH minus. So Cl minus is less than discharge potential of OH minus. Okay, so that is what exactly happening is. Now what do you mean by the relative point? It means H plus ions are discharged readily than Na plus ions. Same way, Cl minus ions are discharged easily than OH minus ions. That's the point. Okay. If you wanted, you can write that here, separate. That which implies H plus ions are discharged readily than Na plus ions. That is the meaning. Discharge potential తక్కువ ఉండడం అంటే ఏంటి అంటే the H plus ions are readily discharge more readily than Na plus ions. Similarly, we can also talk about Cl minus ion. Now what advantage do we have for this? So this fellow and this fellow will be discharging easily, and these fellows they do not discharge easily. So that's why Na plus and OH minus can attract each other and form a bond, resulting our NaOH. Okay, so what you observe is finally so NaCl. Alright. So if our raw material is our NaCl, or if the source is of NaCl, then we have accepted two process. One is called as Nelson cell, other is called as Kastner-Kellner cell. Two cells అనమాట. ఇందాక చెప్పాను కదా ఎలక్ట్రోలైసిస్ జరగాలి అంటే we have cells. One is Nelson cell, other is Kastner-Kellner cell. Very important as far as objectives are concerned. Okay. One more time, roughly recapitulating what we have studied so far is sodium carbonate. Using sodium carbonate two process, NaCl two process. Our two process lo Nelson cell okati, Kastner-Kellner cell okati. There is also one more cell but not much useful. These two are more relatively most important. Okay, Nelson cell lo emotundi, Kastner-Kellner cell lo emotundi. I will be sending you a link of animation video. ఈ ప్రాసెస్లో ఏం జరుగుతుంది ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా, ఆ సెల్ అనేది ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఆ సెల్ రియాక్షన్స్ అనేది మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. ఓకే, మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ సెల్ రియాక్షన్స్. What is acting like cathode, what is acting like anode, and what is happening at anode, what is happening at cathode. ఇవి మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్. ఓకే, ప్రాసెస్ ఏం జరుగుతుంది అనేది యానిమేటెడ్ వీడియోలో క్లియర్గా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఐ షేర్ ద లింక్. సో బిఫోర్ యూ గో ఫర్దర్, I would say pause it here, సెంట్ లింక్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ వీడియోస్ చెక్ చేయండి, వాచ్ చేయండి, దెన్ గెట్ బ్యాక్ టు దిస్. So I hope that you have watched that videos and now proceeding further. So NaCl, Nelson cell ఏమవుతుంది అంటే, you have the porous diaphragm process, that is, and at cathode, what is exactly the cathode? Cathode is perforated steel tube and lined with asbestos. Okay, perforated steel tube, steel. Remember the steel tube lined with asbestos. And at anode, what is acting like an anode? The graphite rod, carbon rod, or graphite rod that you have observed, it is acting like an anode. Chemical reactions ఏం జరుగుతున్నాయి అంటే, NaCl breaks down as Na plus and Cl minus, which we know it. We have used NaCl కాబట్టి electrolysis Na plus Cl minus. Now what is happening at anode and at cathode? At anode, first reaction we always starts where? At anode. So at anode, 2Cl minus, chloride ion will lose one electron. 2 chloride ions will lose 2 electrons. ఒక క్లోరిన్ ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ లూజ్ చేసుకుంటే, రెండు క్లోరిన్లు 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లూజ్ చేసుకుంటాయి. So 2 electrons lost and 2 chlorines will form together and form chlorine gas, that is released. The second one is the at cathode. At cathode what is happening? These electrons that is liberated at anode is accepted by water. ఇందాక చెప్పాను కదా, Na plus electrons ని తీసుకోదు. Okay, except ఇందాక what I tried to explain was the discharge potential of H plus is greater or lesser than Na plus. So who will readily accept those? H plus. Where is that H plus available? From water. So the water will absorb those 2 electrons and liberate the H2 gas, and OH minus is produced. This OH minus and this Na plus, they both will combine to form NaOH. So e point explain cheyadiki I have tried to explain that discharge potential of H plus and Cl minus is relatively lesser than Na plus and OH minus. Okay, clear. Now similarly Kastner-Kellner cell. So Kastner-Kellner cell kuda, what you observed in the Kastner-Kellner cell is it is made up of mercury cathode method, or this is also called as mercury cathode method. It is made up of what? Mercury cathode, outer compartment. ఇందాక యానిమేషన్ చూసింటే కనుక outer compartment ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, inner compartment ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. So in the outer compartment what you observe is the cathode is made up of mercury rod and anode is made up of graphite rod. Cathode and anode, mercury rods and graphite rods. అదే inner compartment లో చూసుకుంటే కనుక anode is made up of mercury and cathode is made up of iron rod. Okay, the reactions are this: at anode, 2 chlorine, same what we have seen earlier, same. Each chlorine will lose 1 electron, 2 chlorines will lose 2 electrons, Cl2 gas is released, 2 electrons will be absorbed by sodium here. In the mercury cathode method, what you observe is sodium is absorbing. We don't have water readily reacting with the electrons here. In the mercury cathode method,